Okay, so there's a lot of fighting going on so far. I think we'll all agree. But underneath that, there's something quite significant taking place. You've got some real extremes going on. You've got the whole deal of being on the receiving end of abuse, being on the receiving end of actually in good faith sharing something that's really, really sensitive to you, and then finding that your best mate goes and tells her, wasn't you, was it, Craig? No, good. So you were second best mate.
Yeah, that was something else.
That was something else that you thought about. So you're on the receiving end of this stuff, you're sharing your heart with somebody in a situation, and they betray you and tell other people. You're into fighting, obviously, because there's pain, you want to get control, all that kind of stuff. But then on the other hand, you're saying, and I heard God speaking to me, and I'm thinking, wow, okay, then you've got these massive contrasts that are taking place in your life. So you're cruising through your teenage years, you've got these contrasts taking place, God's closing in. And there comes a point, obviously, where you make a really significant shift into more than God just closing in, for you accepting God into your life. And I remember you telling me about going to visit a lady called Sister Jean in London. And I wonder if you could give us a bit of information about what was taking place during that time, and what was so significant about seeing that little old lady there.
Well, that's basically, all the fighting business, because I was Essex champion a couple of times and South East England champion. So I mean, I was only featherweight, but I'd be able to knock over a 16-stone geezer, mainly down the pubs. But yes, it was basically to the point where when I got saved, I got Fitzroy invited me to church. Didn't go literally the first week, but I turned up the second week and just gave my heart to the Lord. But basically, God has been talking about love to me since I was a child. And I used to have sort of waves come over me where I'd read the Gideon's Bible, I'd pray, I'd talk to God. It was like a communication, like a couple of weeks at a time, but then it would just go. So I've been saved for a couple of years, and we used to have these conventions in London. And one time I had a girlfriend in the church, sister, her name was Vanny, and she took me along to this lady who ran a Wayside Christian Community Centre, and her name was Sister Jean. And I only met her once, but I'd just come back from travelling from the Middle East, and I heard God speak to me, and he said, I want you to go to Sister Jean's because I want to teach you about my love. And I just blew it out of my mind. But it was like a tape recorder going over and over and over again, and it just kept saying, I want you to go to Sister Jean's because I want to teach you about my love. And I kept brushing it aside. In the end, I just went, all right. If you want me to go to Sister Jean's because you want to teach me about your love, I'd just come back from travelling, so I didn't have any money. I said, right, I want a car within the week, tax, MOT, insured. And I said, then I'll go. Well, I was around my pastor's, Diddy's old man, in Waverley Drive, and I'd just come out from his. And there was a guy, he had a Citroen 2CV. And he goes, oh, it's a funky little car. And he goes, oh, you can have it if you want. I said, how much do you want for it? He goes, oh, bloody, blah. He goes, oh, I haven't got any money, mate. He goes, no, he said, look, take it for a drive. He said, if you like it, it's quite funny gear sticks because the gear comes out the front. He said, if you like it, he said, look, come back. He said, give me the money when you've got it. And I said, oh, mate, listen, I might not have the money for, a couple of weeks, a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months. And he said, no, that's all right. He said, it's fine, don't worry about it. He said, when you've got it, if you like the car, take it, and then you can give it to me. So I took the motor, and it was quite funky. It had tax on it. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll have it. And I think it was like £600 or something like that. So he said, yeah, just come back when you've got, get the money. It was taxed and MOT'd, and my insurance run over from my other previous car from when I went travelling. And I'm driving along, and after 2 days of having this car, and I sort of felt a little nudge, And God said, right, you've got your car. Yeah, so I went, all right, okay. So I drove up to Sister Jean's that night, knocked on the door, and I said, all right, Sister Jean, I said, yeah, it sounded a bit funny, but I said, yeah, God's told me that He wants me to come here because He wants to teach you about your love, about His love. And she said, oh, right, okay. Yeah, so she said, oh, well, Brother Thomas has just moved to America, so we've got a free room, so come in. So, and I stayed there for a year. And what Sister Jean used to do, it was like a wayside Christian community centre where a lot of people who had mental health issues. Homerton Hospital was just down the road, which is a lot of people go over there with mental breakdowns. People used to come in, drop in centre, people who are bereaved. I mean, when people couldn't come to the centre, we'd drive out, myself, Sister Vera, Sister Jean, and we'd drive out and they'd just pray for people. And I didn't actually do anything apart from driving about, but all the while God was teaching me about His love, about giving.